Okay, guys, it's Doc Awesome. How y'all doing today? It's been a couple of weeks. Actually, it's probably been more like a month since I first updated stuff. I hope you guys are doing okay. The nation's still doing crappy, so I'm still all in favor of us breaking away from the rest of the nation and becoming the Republic of Texas. But I guess I'm going to be more serious this time around, which is probably surprising to anybody who knows me. But I've thought long and hard because I had a couple of friends ask me, was I really serious about whether or not I thought Texas should become its own nation? And at first I was going to say no. You know, I don't really think that. But I've been giving it some thought, and the more I think about it, the more I think we could do it more than any other place in the world. And somebody tried to tell me California could do it, and I just wanted to kick them in the crotch, and because it's really all they deserve. That and more. Let's see. I've been doing some research on Texas and why I think this is a good idea, and so that I could put my finger on something for you guys. And I've got 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 main points as to why I think Texas should be her own state, her own nation. And the first one, the biggest one, is economics. And I've got several points on that. Texas is economically in a better position than the rest of the country. And that's thanks to a conservative fiscal methodology with practical breakaways in terms of the way we handle our economy. I mean, there are moments when we aren't. We've got this toll road issue that's going on and things like that. But by and large, we're a fiscally conservative place. And that is not in keeping with the rest of the nation right now. Everybody else is trying to spend on healthcare or on lots of other things to try and get more stuff to come out of it, and it's stupid. I was reading an article actually on Slate.com, which was called "Why Texas is in Better Shape Than Everybody Else," and this guy wasn't a Texan. He was just looking at things from an economic perspective. And he said that a direct quote from there was, "Once a separate nation, Texas has recently been behaving more like an independent economic republic than a regular state. While it hasn't been immune to the problems plaguing the nation, the Texas housing market, employment rate, and overall economic growth are relatively strong in comparison with the rest of the nation. Chalk some of this up to accidents of geology and geography, but Texas prosperity also reflects the conscious efforts of a once parochial place to embrace globalization." Long story short, we've got the mindset of our own little country. Case in point, several of the points that were mentioned in this article is unemployment is at 8.2% here. Now that's higher than what it's been in the past, but that's opposed to averages like 12.5% in California, 14.1% in Michigan. 8.2 is one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation. We entered the recession later than everybody else. It took us longer to get to a recession point than the rest of the nation. And we started leaving it sooner. We started leaving it as early as the fall. We began adding more jobs back into our economy, while everybody else has just started catching up in the spring. Mortgage delinquency rates are at 5.78%, as opposed to the national median of 8.78. For those of you who don't know, mortgage delinquency means that the percentage of mortgage payers who are more than 3 months overdue. So let's say you have a mortgage that you pay on, and you're 3 months overdue on it. You fit into the percentage of mortgage delinquency rate, and ours is lower by a full 3% than the rest of the nation. When you get right down to it, financial constraint and strong regulation is paying off for us, and other people aren't doing it, and they're suffering for it. And we're suffering because other people can't get their poop in a group.